Now, fall is a perfect time to enjoy the outdoors, but that doesn't mean you want to always have the sun in your eyes. These SmartWave motorized shades make it easy to control the light and the wind so you can enjoy your outdoor space all season long. So stick around and let me show you how easy it is to set up and automate these shades for fall or any season. Hi there neighbors, it's Ryan the Tech Guy and welcome back to this smart house. Now fall is finally here and this is my family's favorite season to spend time outdoors, especially here on my covered deck. But as you can see, the sun can make this a little tricky to fully enjoy this space at different times of the day. We've recently made some key improvements to the deck, like adding a TV for watching the Chiefs and Royals play, some new lighting, and these new smart shades. These shades make it possible to enjoy the deck during many times of the day by blocking out the sun or the wind. That's why I was super excited when SmartWave reached out and offered to let me try out their new smart outdoor motorized shades. Not only do they block out most of the sun and wind when needed, but they also integrate seamlessly into my smart home setup using Matter over Thread, which makes controlling them effortless. So today I'm going to walk you through the features that make these shades a must-have, how you can customize and order them for your own space, what installation looks like, and finally, I'll show you some smart automations to make your outdoor space even more comfortable. So you may be wondering why you need to invest in outdoor shades, especially smart ones like these. Let me give you a few reasons why they make a big difference in your outdoor spaces. First off, of course, they help manage sunlight. If you enjoy spending time out on your deck or other outdoor spaces, direct sunlight can make things uncomfortable pretty quickly, even in the winter. These shades reduce glare, making it easy to relax or watch TV, even during the day. They also offer UV protection, which helps protect your furniture and prevents fading. Another benefit is wind protection. These shades can act as a barrier against some strong breezes, making your deck more comfortable during those breezy, cooler days. These outdoor units actually come equipped with wind support wires to keep the shades stable, extending the usability of your outdoor space, especially during the unpredictable fall weather. Now, energy efficiency is another big plus. By blocking out the sunlight from entering my house during the afternoon hours, these shades can help keep indoor temperatures even cooler during the summer, reducing the load on my air conditioning unit. So in the long run, this can actually save on energy costs. And when paired with smart home automation, you can schedule them to open or close based on the time of day or temperature, making them even more efficient. And of course, there's the convenience and cool factor. With smart integration, you can control the shades with your voice or through automations, making your outdoor space feel like an extension of your smart home. It's all about making your life just a little bit easier and more comfortable. These SmartWave shades are designed for outdoor use with durable materials that hold up well against various weather conditions. The fabric actually has about a 5% openness, allowing just enough sunlight in while reducing glare. So it's a practical choice for keeping a view of the outdoors, even when you have them closed. Now there are actually 7 fabric color options to choose from, allowing you to match your shades to your outdoor space, whether you prefer a lighter or a darker tone. The shades also come in a durable aluminum enclosure available in either black or white, which keeps them protected from the elements while maintaining the clean appearance. Now I actually got mine equipped with the Matter compatible motor, which integrates smoothly into pretty much any smart home setup that supports Matter over Thread. This allows seamless control and integration into popular systems like Google Home, Amazon Alexa, Apple HomeKit, Samsung SmartThings, or even Home Assistant. These actually feature an integrated rechargeable battery, which means you can charge it via any USB source, whether it's a plug, a power bank, or like mine, with a solar panel. On a full charge, you get about 600 opens and closes. And when you add the solar panel in, you probably never need to worry about charging it ever again. And a nice touch is when you actually have the solar panel plugged in and it's receiving sunlight, you'll get a green status light on the motors, letting you know everything is properly connected and charging. Now for control, you can select from a variety of physical remotes to open, close, or stop the shades. This is useful for quick adjustments when you're outside and don't have your phone. We'll look a little bit deeper into the smart home integrations in a minute. I actually set mine directly up with Home Assistant and it works like a charm for me. But as I mentioned before, this supports Matter over Thread, which ensures both reliable and fast response times along with keeping that communication local. This makes it easy to control the shades from anywhere in the house and various different smart home ecosystems even at the same time. Now if you found any information in this video helpful so far, all I ask is that you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Your support is what keeps this channel going. Now that we've seen the features, let's take a quick look at installation. So these shades arrived well packaged, and installation was pretty simple. If you've ever installed any other shades, these are going to be very similar. Everything that you need comes included in the kit: mounting brackets, screws, and detailed instructions to guide you through the process. So I decided to mount mine to the ceiling part of the edge of my deck. I did this using the flat brackets, but you can also opt for a wall mount if that suits your setup even better. The first step was to secure the mounting brackets in place and make sure that they were in line with each other. I placed these out at a staggered increment and then made sure to leave some space on either end in case I needed to adjust the shade. Now the left shade was super easy to set up, but it turns out the ceiling wasn't exactly level on the right shade. So it took a little bit of adjustment and fiddling to get it just right. Now after I mounted the brackets, the next step was to attach the shade itself. Now this should be a two-person job. One person to hold the shade up while the other person secures it and rotates it into place. Of course, I decided to do it the hard way, which took me a little bit of extra time. But once you snap it into place, it feels really secure and sturdy. So then I had to repeat the same process on the right side, finally getting it in place after the sun set. So the next day when the sun was up, I plugged in the solar panels to test them out and to give the shades a little bit of a charge. And then later on, mounted these up to the ceiling as well. It does take a little bit of cord management to make everything look nice and neat. Of course, if you're using a USB-C power cable or power bank, or just periodically topping them off, then that setup's even easier. Now setting up the remotes were actually pretty easy because they came pre-paired. Although in my case, they're backwards. So I had to go in and remove and re-add the remotes so they were in the correct order. I also took the time to customize the stop and start points of the shades, so it lures exactly to the top of my railing. This is really helpful to prevent the shade from hitting any obstacles or getting stuck. The included manual will guide you through this process. It's pretty simple. Overall, the installation took me about 2 hours by myself, including mounting, connecting power, and setting up the remotes. If you've got a helper with you, it'll make it go even faster. But it's definitely doable on your own unless you have massive shades. Now, once the shades were fully installed, I added the wind control wires to the side of my deck to keep the shades from flying around in a stiff breeze. So now let's talk about one of the coolest parts about having these SmartWave shades, the smart automations. Setting up the integrations and automations can really take your outdoor space to the next level, making it not only comfortable, but highly functional. So by using the Matter over Thread integration, you can easily automate these shades using your smart home system of choice. Now, SmartWave does include an exhaustive list of devices that are compatible, including devices from Apple, Google, Amazon, and Samsung. All these that support Thread. Now, unfortunately, none of the devices that I had worked with Thread, so I got a Thread-compatible stick for Home Assistant to make this all work. I picked up the SM Lite SLZB07 Zigbee and Thread stick. So I used the Open Thread firmware, add-on, and integration to set up my Thread border router in Home Assistant. Once I took care of a few networking issues, I was able to connect my shades directly with Home Assistant. Now I am planning on an explainer and setup video for Matter and Thread in Home Assistant here in a few weeks. So check back when that goes live. Once you have everything connected to your smart home hub of choice, you can view the current open percentage, battery status, and control the shades to either open, close, or set them to any position that you want. Now, of course, if you set this up with any Matter compatible hub, you'll have access to all these same features. Now, once you have it connected, you can create some clever, smart automations. Let me show you a few of the automation that I've actually got set up. So the first one I've created automatically brings the shades down in the afternoon once the sun hits a particular point. Now in Home Assistant, you can either do this based on the time of day or the sun's position. You just need to figure it out for your particular installation location. You can also set it up to not lower the shades when it's cloudy or rainy. Now on the other sides, you can have the shades automatically come up once the sun hits a particular point. For example, the sun will actually go behind my neighbor's house about an hour before sunset. So I have Home Assistant retract the shades about 1 hour before sunset. And you can do this quite easily using the built-in sun integration in Home Assistant. Another useful automation is if you have weather sensors added into your smart home platform. I have it set up to raise the shades if the wind gets too high. So you can set this up if the shades are down and the wind goes above 10 or 15 miles an hour for more than a particular amount of time, it automatically raises them. You can base this on a local weather station, like I've got integrated into my Home Assistant, or even a third-party integration like OpenWeather or AccuWeather. And of course, having voice control is another game changer. I can just say the magic word and then say lower the deck shades, and they respond almost instantly. Now I've got both these shades grouped into a single device in Home Assistant. So Google will treat them as one single shade. That way I don't have to tell it to go left shade or right shade. So all these automations make life even easier by adjusting the shades automatically based on the weather. So I never really even have to think about it. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the SmartWave Smart Outdoor Motorized Shades. So from their standout features to the straightforward installation and all the smart automations that make your life even easier, these shades are a fantastic addition to any outdoor space. Now, these shades have already transformed how we use our deck. We're able to use just a normal TV out here and still be able to see it even in the daytime. Now, these have been so far pretty useful in these hotter fall months, and I'm sure we're gonna use them a ton once it cools off a little bit. And they'll be even more useful come next spring or summer. So whether we're enjoying a game on the outdoor TV without noticeable glare, or just relaxing at the end of the day with a drink, they've made a noticeable difference. Now, if you're considering upgrading your outdoor space, I highly recommend checking out the SmartWave shades. With their integrations, ease of use, and the comfort they bring, they're definitely worth it. Plus, they offer a ton of other different styles of shades and other window coverings. So check out their website for more information. Now, I have added links down in the description if you're interested in learning more about these shades or picking them up, along with some of the accessories like the remotes and solar panels that I've been using. Plus, I've got a link to that thread stick that I talked about earlier. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions about these shades or want to learn more about smart home automation, please drop a comment below. I do try my best to answer everyone. Another big thanks goes out again to SmartWave for providing me these shades and helping me through the design process. So I previously looked at the IKEA smart shades. If you want to check those out, I've got a dedicated video right over here. Make sure you're subscribed because I've got plenty more smart home ideas coming your way and you won't want to miss them. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.